Historic Capitals of America series. This is a journey through the cities that governed a nation. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Red Stick on the Mississippi. On the eastern bank of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge rises from one of the first dependable bluffs above the low delta country. The river curves past a skyline of towers, church steeples, university buildings, and old live oaks. Barges move steadily below, while quiet lakes and wooded neighborhoods spread inland. This meeting of high ground and deep water explains much of the city's story. Baton Rouge grew because people could gather safely near the river, exchange goods, build lasting institutions, and look outward toward the rest of the Mississippi Valley. Its character still comes from that balance, a working river city with a landscape that can feel spacious, green, and surprisingly calm. Long before the modern city appeared, Native communities knew the value of this bluff and the waterways surrounding it. The Huma and Bayou Gula lived in the lower Mississippi region, where rivers, wetlands, forests, and natural ridges shaped travel and settlement. Early accounts describe a red-painted pole or cypress marker standing near the river, possibly marking a boundary between their hunting grounds. In 1699, the French explorer Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville recorded the place as Istroma, or Red Stick. The French words Baton Rouge became the name that endured. That name preserves the oldest widely recorded clue to the city's identity, a memorable landmark in a native landscape, noticed by newcomers and carried forward on maps. A small French post was established near the bluff in the early 18th century, and a settlement gradually formed around the river landing. The location offered firm ground, timber, fresh water, and access to the Mississippi's enormous network of tributaries. Over time, French, Spanish, Caribbean, and American influences all left their mark on local buildings, foodways, language, gardens, and daily customs. Baton Rouge was incorporated in 1817. It was still a modest town, but its riverfront was becoming busier. Flatboats, keelboats, and then steamboats brought farm products, tools, household goods, mail, and travelers. Warehouses, workshops, stores, boarding houses, and wharves gathered close to the landing, giving the bluff the rhythm of a growing commercial center. The Mississippi was both Baton Rouge's main avenue of commerce and its dominant natural presence. From the bluff, residents watched river stages rise and fall with the seasons. Steamboat whistles announced arrivals, and packets connected the town with communities throughout the valley. Inland, farms and timberlands supplied produce and materials for trade. By the middle of the 19th century, Baton Rouge had developed a recognizable civic center, residential streets shaded by trees, and a waterfront shaped by constant movement. The town's elevation gave it an advantage over lower, flood-prone ground, although high water, storms, heat, and humidity remained part of life. Learning to build for this climate became a defining local skill, visible in raised foundations, deep porches, tall windows, shutters, and broad roofs. Baton Rouge became Louisiana's capital in 1849, a change that gave the small river town a new architectural landmark. The old state capitol stands on high ground above the Mississippi, designed by architect James Deco in a dramatic Gothic style. Construction began in 1847, and the building opened in 1850. With its crenellated towers, pointed arches, and castle-like outline, the building looks unlike the domed capitals found in many other states. Its restored interior is equally memorable. A richly colored stained glass dome glows above a sweeping cast-iron staircase, turning the central hall into one of the city's most distinctive spaces. Today, the building remains a powerful visual link between Baton Rouge's river bluff and its 19th century growth. The city's most commanding landmark arrived in the early 20th century. Completed in 1932, the Louisiana State Capitol is a slender Art Deco tower rising 450 feet above landscaped grounds. Its vertical lines, carved stone details, and monumental steps make it visible from many parts of the city. The surrounding gardens and live oaks soften the building's height, while the observation level provides a broad view of the Mississippi, downtown, industrial riverfront, lakes, and distant flatlands. Seen together, the old Gothic capitol and the modern tower tell a remarkable architectural story. One city expressed first as a romantic castle on the bluff, and later as a streamlined skyscraper reaching above the river plain. industry transformed Baton Rouge on an even larger scale. A major refinery opened along the river in the early 20th century, and related chemical, energy, transportation, and engineering businesses followed. Before the 1920s, much local cargo moved across wooden wharves. The city completed a municipal dock in 1926, and the Greater Baton Rouge Port Commission was created in 1952. Modern terminals now handle products such as grain, petroleum, chemicals, forest products, steel, and bulk materials. Baton Rouge stands near the head of deep-water navigation on the Mississippi, where ocean-going vessels can meet the inland river system. Cranes, storage tanks, docks, towboats, and long strings of barges form a working landscape that is essential to understanding the city's size and economy. Education also reshaped Baton Rouge. Louisiana State University began developing its present campus in the 1920s, with classes underway there by 1925 and a formal dedication in 1926. Its Italian Renaissance-inspired buildings, red tile roofs, arcades, quadrangles, and enormous live oaks give the campus a strong visual identity. Nearby lakes mirror the trees and open the city to walking paths, birds, and broad water views. Southern University and A&M College, overlooking the Mississippi on the northern side of Baton Rouge, adds another major center of learning, research, performance, and community life. Together, these institutions bring libraries, museums, laboratories, music, athletics, gardens, and generations of students into the city's daily rhythm. Baton Rouge's culture is especially vivid in its music and food. The city is closely associated with swamp blues, a regional sound built from blues traditions, dance rhythms, expressive vocals, guitar, harmonica, and a relaxed but powerful pulse. The Baton Rouge Blues Festival began in 1981 and has become one of the country's long-running blues celebrations. Local stages, clubs, churches, and neighborhood gatherings have all helped sustain the city's musical life. At the table, Baton Rouge reflects both Cajun and Creole cooking, along with the wider flavors of South Louisiana. Gumbo, jambalaya, etouffee, red beans, seafood, smoked meats, boudin, and crawfish appear in countless variations. Cafes, bakeries, seafood counters, family restaurants, and weekend markets make food an everyday expression of place. Away from downtown, the landscape becomes quieter. The LSU lakes, neighborhood parks, bayous, and stands of live oak and cypress remind visitors that Baton Rouge belongs to a wet, subtropical region. Bluebonnet Swamp Nature Center protects more than 100 acres of forest and wetlands within the city, with boardwalks and trails passing beneath hardwoods, palmettos, and water-loving plants. Egrets, herons, turtles, and other wildlife appear around ponds and drainage channels. Summers are long and humid, thunderstorms can build quickly, and the air often carries the scent of rain, soil, magnolia, or cut grass. These natural details are not background decoration. They shape how the city looks, sounds, and feels. Baton Rouge has never been a museum piece. The Riverfront continues to work, campuses continue to grow, neighborhoods continue to change, and new buildings rise beside familiar landmarks. Yet the city's essential outline remains easy to recognize. There is the Mississippi bending below the bluff, the Gothic silhouette of the old state capitol, the Art Deco tower above the trees, the red roofs and oaks of LSU, the port's cranes and docks, and the lakes and wetlands just beyond the busiest districts. Each feature represents a different part of the city's development, but together they form a coherent portrait of a place built on elevation, water, exchange, education, industry, and culture. The meaning of Baton Rouge begins with a red marker beside the Mississippi, but it does not end there. Across more than 3 centuries of recorded development, the settlement became a river port, an industrial center, a university city, and one of Louisiana's great cultural crossroads. Its best-known landmarks are impressive, but its deeper character lives in ordinary scenes. Live oaks shading a sidewalk, barges moving past the levee, music drifting from a festival stage, a pot of gumbo shared at a table, and evening lights spreading across the river. Baton Rouge is the red stick city, shaped by the bluff that gave it footing and the Mississippi that gave it motion. Both remain at the heart of its story.